Going to walk you through the modern process because I'm in the process of making umqombothi, and this is day 1, so I'm going to walk you through it for the next 3 days and show you how to make it. So I hope you find this helpful and you get to learn something. One day I will make it the traditional way. So this is what we call imitombo, and we've got our corn or maize or whatever you want to call it. And take equal parts of it and equal parts of that. So 1:1 ratio, and then we're going to add warm water to it and mix it until we have sort of like a paste-ish, runny paste-ish, and then we're going to leave it for a day and come back tomorrow and cook it. Good morning. It is now day 2 of making umqombothi, and I just want you guys to see the action that is happening. You can literally see it bubbling right now, and that is a very good sign. We've started the fermentation process, and a lot of people corrected me yesterday when I said siyafugulisa and told me siyatitiela. This is not ukutitiela. We are now going to start ukutitiela, and ukutitiela will be pouring boiling hot water into this fermented mix, letting that sit again so that it can start bubbling again, and then we will cook as doodles. Commonly asked question: the amount of water. I did 4 kgs of imitombo and 4 kgs of maize meal, and usually when you ask for how much water are you supposed to put in, people will always tell you, and as a person who cooks and tells people that all the time, that that consistency will let you know that you've now put it enough. I get it, and like, you're supposed to see it and feel it. But for people who don't understand what that means, what I do in my head, I take the 2 masses of the dry ingredients, add them up, and then double that to get the number of liters. So it will be 4 plus 4, which will give you 8, times 2, which will give you 16 liters. And I always make leeway for 2 liters, so I'll do 16 to 18 liters of water for ukulisa. And for ukutitiela, we used 20 liters of water. Osika ugwele, which is what we're going to use to cook the porridge. So that will go in to boil first, and then we are going to take the paste mixture that is at the bottom and add it to that, and then we'll have isdudu. Oh my God, just to so yes. Got imitombo again, and we've got a king corn. It's 3 handfuls of that, same amount of this, and we're gonna mix this, and then we are going to pour it into our cold porridge. I know a lot of people are against this because they say it causes headaches, but it does speed the process along, like very much so. I'm just going to show you guys the igwele that we made yesterday. It is bubbling. It actually tastes like alcohol. Igwele is usually what is brewed the night before, right? So that if anybody comes in right now and is like, hi, go akone bekile, you can give them a taste of what is to come. So that is why it is brewed. That's one of the reasons why it is brewed. The second reason is that it will help the porridges that we made yesterday start to become umqombothi. As you can see, and you can hear it, it is bubbling away. And so we're going to combine all the porridges. So that's all the porridge, all the burnt bits, just add flavor so we don't get rid of them. Okay, so that's the first batch of igwele going in. We did add a little bit of water just to loosen the porridge a little bit, and then we added like a handful of imitombo again, and yeah, that's basically what we can do for now. We'll let it sit, keep it warm, and go about our day. This is the first time that I've actually gotten to see UMQOMBOTHI and what it is doing, and I want you guys to see. Look at that. Look at that. Morning. Welcome to day 4. We have now completed the process of brewing UMQOMBOTHI, which is ready to drink. As you saw us straining it, we now have UMQOMBOTHI. The procedure is that once it started bubbling again, after we've sifted it, we then separate it. It goes into the traditional cooking pot, which is the one that we used to cook outside. What do they call it? Besides closer, the English has left me. So it will go into that, and obviously I can't show you that because that is now umsamo, and it's now with everything else that goes with umsamo things. So we've separated it, we've filled that, and then we have about 20 liters left, and in total we got around 50 liters, because we sifted into a 60 liter drum, so we got around 50 liters. And I was very apprehensive about sharing blow by blow process of making UMQOMBOTHI, because I was like, what if it fails? I was not ready to troubleshoot UMQOMBOTHI, but I'm glad that everything worked out. If you learned something, great. If you have any questions, shoot. I'll answer as soon as I'm free. Remember, your process may be different to mine. Mine is different to yours. If they work, then that's great. We don't have to be on opposing sides. You've seen mine, it works. And yeah, the final part of UMQOMBOTHI making process that I forgot to share, because sometimes it's done, sometimes it's not. So this is what is left over once we've sifted UMQOMBOTHI, and this is called insipha at this point. So usually people will pour water over this because it still contains some alcohol remnants. So they'll add water and it will become a much diluted version of UMQOMBOTHI. But if you let it sit overnight, it is actually quite potent the next morning. Especially if UMQOMBOTHI was very potent, which is very potent. So this will be strained again, and we'll have a second batch of UMQOMBOTHI called Ivanya.